Oh, there you are. How are you keeping? Well, welcome along to the northeast of Scotland, and welcome for a wee afternoon, Sunday afternoon out to Balvenie Castle, which is up here in Dufftown in the northeast. And I thought I'd just give you a wee look around the castle. It's run by Historic Scotland, so we pay our money. I think it was £6.50 without a donation, £7.50 with a donation. And we're going to go and have a look in this castle, which has so much history. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's been here for a very long time. So very quickly, an introduction to the castle is that Balvenie Castle has been here for more than 500 years. The castle itself was a symbol of strength and power. First, it was for the Stuart family, and then for the Comyns and Black Douglases, before it returned to Stuart hands again. Around the 1100s, the builders of the first castle here, the Stuarts, took their name from the powerful position of the household of that time, the High Stewards, as they were known, of Scotland. The Comyns came along about 1260. They were powerful landowners with connections to the crown. The Comyns played an important role during the Wars of Independence, including one of them, the Red Commune, being killed by Robert the Bruce himself. The Black Douglases then came along about 1362, an influential dynasty whose lands stretched the length and breadth of the kingdom. Absolutely. And finally, the Stuarts of Atholl came in here around 1460. They were loyal kinsmen of the Stuarts, who inherited the crown in 1371, but their extensive renovations created a huge Renaissance residence. Maybe I should say that again. Created a fine Renaissance. Yeah, I tried to get that in my brain, Renaissance. Yeah, maybe French influenced. So what you got in front of you there are the imposing walls enclosing the courtyard, which we'll go in and see. We've got a wider defence ditch circling the castle, a strong gate that protects the entrance. The courtyard is the heart of the castle, and the west range, that was built on by those Black Douglases around the 1400s. The kitchen and the brew house was built in the 1400s as well, and we'll see that. The east range, which contained the cellars, and the Black Douglases' Great Hall. And finally, the Grand Atholl Lodging, built by the Stuarts themselves of Atholl in 1550. This place has been visited by many people, including, yes, of course, Mary, Queen of Scots. Let's go in and see what it's all about. Let's go for it then. Balvenie Castle. We're filming, by the way, on the new DJI Osmo 6, and although the sun's out here, it's quite dark inside. So the one thing that this camera's got over my last GoPro is that it has starry night filming, which basically means that it increases the light in dark locations. So let's have a wee look up here. You can see the clouds are bubbling up a wee bit, but somebody's coat of arms away at the top there. Quite a few of them. So there would have been quite a few stories here. So let's get inside, eh? So, always at the entrance of castles, portcullis, big gates, big strong gates. I don't think these are the original gates, but you can see here, looking back out the way, just how the gates were. So the two-leafed iron gates that are here were designed to withstand a battering ram should the two outer wooden doors fail or have been burnt or broken. So the garrison could continue to defend by shooting between the bars. Yeah. So there was, as we came in there, a big deep ditch protecting the castle as well. And there you go, here's a Balvenie castle on a map from 1583. So the castle itself strategically sat in a very important position on the main route from Aberdeen to Elgin. It controlled the passages west to Huntly, Keith and Cullen. And here's the main courtyard. Once again, as there is in many castles around Scotland, whether they're run by Historic Scotland or the National Trust, there's always continuing work. I suspect sometimes there is here loose masonry, so some of the parts of the castle probably won't be able to get into, but we'll do our damnedest to get round and about. And it's a beautiful courtyard as well. You would certainly feel quite safe in here. And right in the middle of this area here, we have a well. Because if you were sieged inside one of these castles, then you would need water. And water is everything to everybody. I guess now people put 10p's or 20p's down here. Right, let's push on. Right, well, let's start going in and having a wee look around the building. This is one of the rooms right next door to where the entrance is, so this could well be a guard room. I guess in a lot of these places you'll find big fireplaces, because it must have been damn chilly here during the winter time. Where does that go to? It goes to nowhere. I should have brought a torch with me. And here you go. If the invaders were coming, you could get in there and shoot your arrows or your cannon out of there. Right at that house. Okay. Now, another wee part. Mind your head as you come in here. Once again, more fireplaces. So these are what would be called private quarters. I suppose you could live here, sleep here, maybe have a wee seat here, a lovely look out the window, and you can see all the way out there. It would be fantastic, to have time travel and be able to go around. Once again, a smaller fireplace here. So these vaulted chambers on the ground floor were probably servants' quarters. So each has a fireplace, which we see here, and each has a latrine. The latrine, I guess, would be in there. Oh yes, it is, look, because there's a wee poopy hole. Wow. And a wee window to look out while you're having your poopy. And that's for the servants. And this is another wee latrine in here, I think. Yeah, back there. Another wee poopy hole. Amazing. Right, let's push on outside again. And go up the stairs. So I'm trying to do this as much as I can in one shot. These are obviously new stairs. Once again, unfortunately, it's no entry. Keep out. So you're now here in the Athol lodging built for Lady Elizabeth Gordon and John Stuart, the 4th Earl of Athol, around 1500. The chambers on the floor were the Earl's private apartments, and the Countesses were on the floor above. You can see the holes in the walls where the floor would have been. Access was dependent, I guess, on the status of the visitor. Once again, fireplaces. If only they could talk about the people that have been in front of them. Pretty amazing. Out here, we have more lodgings. Obviously this would be for the higher status people. Let's see if I can get round to them. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Anyway, let's keep going up the stairs. We'll come back to that. By the way, all the information I'm giving you is right from my head. I tried to remember it all. We are now in the upper levels where that Duchess would sleep. Wee warning, as you may or may not know, I'm not good with heights. So if you hear me bricking it, you know that it's the truth. I'm now at the top of the castle, just as I get to feel a wee bit dizzy. And this is the end of the road. We're up here. Right. Let's head down now. I don't like heights. I told you. Hold on to something, Paul. I just don't like heights. Right, downstairs now. So this is the actual Great Hall itself. It's pretty much blocked off. So we're not going to go any further as there's no access and danger of masonry falling down. So we won't do that. But this would have been the lap of luxury. So this was the social heart of the Stuart Castle. And here all the entertaining took place. So that's us back down the stairs and out into the courtyard again, where we'll go for another wee traipse into this end. Bottom of the stairs are all blocked off, but let's move up this side and see where it takes us. This would be the south end of the castle. Oh, guess where we are back. We're back into that big hall again. Amazing. I wonder how many people actually stayed in here. Right, can we go up a bit further? Right, deal. Oh, that looks a bit dark down there. Be careful, Paul. Oh, I don't know if I want to go down there. I guess that's where all the baddies were kept. There was always baddies. Right. These are nice big steps. Oh God, here we go again. Can you smell the fear? Okay. We're right now above that great hall. So this is the top of the castle, and here we've got a couple of chambers, 2 fireplaces in the end walls, providing accommodation for your Airbnb visitors. Not a very big fireplace, but I guess they were trying to keep it as tight as they can. Look out the window. God, this video is going to be full of heavy breathing. What can I say? It is amazing though, eh? I think I would like to live up here and not downstairs. Certainly not in those dungeons. There we are, back to the car park. So this is where the wee visitor shop is. You can see it just round there. Quite a few people coming along now. It's visitors. Okay, cheers. Oh, here we go, right. Time to go down now. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I wish I could get rid of that fear. Just never seems to go away. Just when you think you're overcoming it. Panic! Right, let's shut up and get down these stairs. Oh, right. Oh, I believe these stairs were put in 1990. So I'm hoping that they'll last as long as the castle does. Keep going. And that's us back out. So this time I'll go and take a wee wander round the outbuildings of the castle and see what we can see. Oh, there's another wee secret bit down here. Let's go to that. I love the wee secret nooks and crannies. Wow. Oh, this is that big room that I've seen from up there. Oh, right. Oh. Well, that no access stairs that you see there that went up to that main lodging and the dining rooms, because what we have here is the kitchen. It's not a dungeon, it's actually the kitchen. It would have been a dark day in its place, eh? Oh. And the big opening at the end there that you see, that would be the main fireplace. No air fryers here, I'm afraid. That'll be the main cooking spot. Do you see how much better the light is with this DJI? So parts of the monument are closed, which is enough a shame. So that's your original pizza hut. Put your pizzas in there. God, I hope nobody sees me. You see how it's held up. Absolutely huge. Obviously food would be very important to these people. So that's us back outside now. And you see the sun is absolutely stunning on the castle, flooding it with beautiful sunlight. So when you come to these places and you see circular things like this, it's obviously they're going to have something in there, maybe a smiddy or something like that, where they would melt the iron, make swords. Narrow wee door here. And coming round, you realise that that particular thing is not a smiddy. What it would be is a dark hole, because what we're standing in right now is the brew house. So they would have kept their ale, I guess, in here. A very large carry-out if you were being sieged, that would be sure. So this part here is the brew house. Now, as you can see, there's a long wall here. And this would have been well built up. And these buildings that we're looking at now would all be contained themselves. So we've got a wee bit over there in the corner. It looks like a dunny, but it's not. It's where all the slops were put out. This here is a very large oven. And I guess to make the brew, they would have to heat the barley. It's very similar to what we're doing today with micro breweries. No access, so we won't be going up there. But that may well have been more accommodation. But we can go in here. Now, if you ask me, this was either a dungeon or somewhere to keep food. This is really damp in here. So I guess storage would be important of food. Trying your best to keep it chilled and edible for the lord of the manor. And the temperature drop in here is just, this is like walking into a fridge, really. Although you wouldn't know it because I'm a bit red, but it is considerably chillier in here than it is outside. And that's where we're going back out to. Right, out of that storage cellar. Once again, you can see where the walls are that would have covered these areas. We've got more storage here. More storage, yeah. So this may well have been further storage, but down in this pit here that you can see just in there was an outside toilet, and this may be where they kept their horses or something around here. Animals, because there would have been animals inside the castle. There you go, Balvenie Castle. So what we're looking at there is the Athol lodging from the outside. We were up there in the hall itself. So we're looking at, on the left hand side, that tower there. It's called the Grand Stair Tower. Led up to the private chambers, and the smaller tower on the right was for guests seeking an audience with the Earl and Countess. I spoke about the well being the water of life. Well, that well that's in the middle there of the courtyard probably dates from around 1200s. It was an essential source of water for the castle's occupant, as I said, especially during the siege. And finally, as we go to leave the castle, I did say that we had royalty here. And I'm right, because in 1562, over 2 days, Mary Queen of Scots came and stayed here. She visited during her first major tour of the north of Scotland, staying here as a guest of John Stuart, the 4th Earl of Athol. There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for coming with us. It's been fantastic. If you do get a chance and you're up here in the northeast of Scotland, Balvenie Castle, come and visit. It's well worth it. Oh, and if you do get to come to the northeast of Scotland, come say hi to me. The grass here looks absolutely gorgeous. You could bowl on it. But yeah, so let's depart the castle, because we're not being sieged. And we've got tea to go to. Although I've already had a free sausage roll. Very naughty of me. But that was after park run duties, which I thoroughly enjoyed this morning, helping out with the juniors. So, here we go. Thank you very much. And back down through the entrance and exit. And I'll see you on my next wee adventure. Don't know where that'll be. But, oh yeah, wee spoiler. I'm going to Ireland soon.